Nick Grant's on the show. Give it up for Nick Grant,
Yay,
man.
Nick.
We got the beautiful
Turn
little
up the
staff.
cool, baby.
We got Rosenberg here, who Rosenberg is a compadre of Nick Grant's manager.
Yes.
What's your name, sir? Step up to the mic.
My name is Amir Boyd.
Amir Boyd, you seem you're a respectable gentleman from the area of D.C., yes?
Yes, that is true.
Washington, D.C. And so you knew
He
young
moved to Atlanta a
Rosenberg.
long time ago, but yes.
Me and young Rosenberg started out in a radio station in D.C.
Very nice. And you, sir, can share a story with us of somebody putting them paws on young Rosenberg.
Well, there is a story. I don't know if his version is the same as mine. But
I think it is.
Okay, all right.
I like the bystanders version. I like that version better than the version someone getting assaulted. They
University
usually
of Maryland won the championship.
That's exactly right,
All right,
yes.
So we were out there celebrating.
Okay.
We took our Winnebago out there and went up live broadcast.
I was
yada,
going.
yada, yada.
All right.
Yeah, you know Winnebago with the antenna joint on top.
The
Studio
Morant.
in it.
She put the
Yeah,
Morant
yeah,
antenna up.
there you go.
Studio
He knew how
in
to
it.
set it up. He was doing
Exactly.
it.
I was
There
the
you
man,
go.
right? So we putting this up, and then at the end, we're breaking it down. I used to have to get on top to push the antenna down, yada, yada, yada. So as I'm doing
Would
this.
Rosenberg help you with any of
Oh,
this?
absolutely
I
not.
was talent.
He was talent. You know,
Wait. So Rosenberg, like I remember, I was talented too, but I used to help clean
Even,
up.
even I used to help.
They didn't
like,
tell.
street team
Honestly,
break stuff
I didn't
down.
know how to do all that. But you know what I'm saying? Chill.
So he did crack the mic. So at that time, I'm taking the antenna down, and there was another promotions person with us too. I Can. He
Yes.
was with us.
Shout to I Can.
Shout out
What
to
up,
I
I Can?
Can.
I know I Can.
So I was on top of the Winnebago, right? And a guy ran up and just attacked Rosenberg.
Snuff.
What did you hear? What was the first thing you heard? Did you hear help? Screaming help?
Yeah, some variation of help, right?
Help! Help! I literally said help. I swear to God, I said help. Help! Help!
I don't know what I Can was doing. He was on the ground. I jumped off, right?
Uh-huh.
I gave chase.
He did.
Oh,
Gave chase. The guy was on a bike.
Boy. Oh, he was on a wait.
He was on
So
a
this
bike.
was a ride by?
The guy was on exactly. It was a ride by. He was on the bike. I gave up chase. I got the bike.
He did get the bike. He did get the bike.
But you didn't get to put your hands on the
No.
dude.
He got away.
He got
Now,
away.
do we know, Amir? Do we know why
Wow.
this took place? Was it just because Rosenberg is as equally annoying now as he was then?
It could have been that.
And
think
dude
it-
was like, "Nah, I'm about to fuck this dude up,
I
man.
think it was.
Fuck him."
I believe it was pure crazy.
Yeah,
it
I
felt
believe-
like pure crazy. He was on a bike and
Just rolled up and snuffed you.
no, when he, you know, Ebro, I've told you this. I looked over and I just saw a guy like this in 3-point stance. He was like that, and I said, "Why is that guy in 3-point stance?" And then I said, "Why is that guy running towards me?" And I was like, "I must know this guy." I'm not kidding. That's how I was like, "I
Oh
must
my
know him."
God.
Boop! And just tackled me. And then he was on my back. I was on my back, and he was throwing punches. So if you start a fight on your back, I'm not saying I would have done well anyway, but particularly if you start on your back, my only what's the choice word recall?
Recourse.
My only recourse
Right.
was to scream help.
There you
So
go.
I did.
He got
And
the drop on you.
And though
He got
Amir
the
didn't make it
drop.
quite in time, he did get the bike, and we kept that bike.
We kept the bike.
Where's the bike now?
We don't know. We haven't worked there in a very long
Oh,
time.
God.
By the way,
That bike needs to be put up somewhere.
Now, have we ever done an interview with a prelude?
No, this is the first time we interviewed the manager of a new artist.
As a prelude to the
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Nick
it's the
Grant.
first. Nick Grant.
Album time.
You know, and Nick Grant came with bars. Now, I
Yeah.
know Nick Grant because of his bars. That's how I was exposed to you as an artist. Was like, yo, this kid from the South. He's originally from Carolina. He grew up in Atlanta, but he's about these bars, bro.
Absolutely.
Talk to us about why that is so essential for who you are and important to you.
It's the number one reason why I fell in love with hip hop, whether it was Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z. But even learning how to write songs, it didn't just stop at hip hop. It was also Curtis Mayfield, Luther Vandross, Take Six, Joe Sample, just different people that was just played in my house early on. You know, and I just like what I like. I just took what I love and, you know, applied it to what I do artistically.
What's the classic? There's a classic album that talks about the cool. Is that
Lupe.
Lupe?
Yeah.
But no, before Lupe, Miles Davis.
Right.
Is that or
absolutely.
Joe? Or is it John Coltrane? I gotta look at Return of Cool is something that's a jazz.
Do you think there's a thing there?
Yeah, but I wanted you to know why you jumped to this. Is it because of Lupe or is it because
Nah,
of the jazz?
it wasn't
I'm
because of
Rebirth
Lupe.
of Cool is the name of the album.
You think you rebirthed Slick? That would be.
No, that was Diggable Plains, but
That's
they
Diggable
got
Plains. Yeah, I was
that
thinking
from a
Diggable.
jazz album.
God, okay.
Go ahead.
But
Nick,
I
I'm
just
gonna
use
look
the
this up.
term the cool to describe what I feel like hip hop should be present day, based on the people that I grew up listening to. Like I said, you know, early on, it was Nas, Jay-Z, all these guys that, you know, were like my superheroes at one point. So, you know, that's why I used the term "it's cool." It wasn't because of Lupe or anybody else. It was just what I felt like hip hop should be.
Do you think it's made it difficult for you, like making a somewhat conscious decision, even though it's naturally who you are, but deciding to stick with this being bars and you being about
Miles
rhyming?
Davis. Thank you, Scotty Beam, for the Googles.
What was the album?
It was Rebirth of Cool.
Rebirth of Cool.
It is Miles Davis.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm hip like that. Anyways, but do you think it's been harder, considerably harder for you to excel, get attention, et cetera, because you're a straight up MC as opposed to a, with all due respect, mumble rapper?
Right. Definitely, I feel like, but if I stay myself and continue to be myself and who I am, I get there. It might take a little longer, but I get to a point where, you know, I look around and it's like, man, what happened so fast and why did it change so fast? But
there are some lyrical individuals
there are.
current
That's right.
that are very popular.
There are, but
Kendrick, Cole,
Right, it's there.
you know, Drake when he's writing and doing his thing, right? Like he
Yeah,
can be lyrical.
It does
as
take
well.
time, though.
It takes time.
It does take time.
yeah, absolutely. I love those guys, and you know, I'm big fans of those guys. But I feel like the ignorance overpowers.
Well, ignorant.
Everything else.
I mean, we could take a tangent here and let's talk about ignorance. We have a new president.
Ignorant talk.
Absolutely.
It is something that is very popular in American culture. Ignorance.
Right.
It's always been popular in American
But
culture.
now
That's
it's
not.
Absolutely.
That's not. I mean,
for reality TV, we see it all the time
even
everywhere.
ignorance has always been popular. Let's
Sure.
not act like the Mac and all of them black exploitation films of the '70s wasn't ignorant. Let's not act
Very
like
true.
Dolomite,
Yeah.
Rudy Ray Moore wasn't ignorant.
Very true.
And black people have loved ignorant for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, we can't act brand new about that, but it
Right.
does take a little longer to be intellectual and to be someone who cares about quality over quantity or controversy.
Sure.
It takes time. On this album, have you worked with any, like, what's your production, like, what's the music creation aspect of this? Are you writing all the songs or someone else delivering hooks and you doing verses?
I'm writing all of my lyrics, of course. I might take a hook or two from somebody else, but for the most part, it's me writing everything. DJ Khalil, I was in with him. Kareem Riggins, my right hand producer.
The name
Dominic-
Kareem Riggins, we know
Detroit,
that name
Slum
because
Village.
Slum Village, yes.
Yeah, my right hand producer, who's like worked with me like 50% of the time. Dominic Gordon, Don Cannon, Organized Noise.
Cannon.
Yeah, so all those guys, and you know, like I said, these are guys that made like the soundtrack to my life. I'm talking about Organized Noise. So to be in him and being there with them is like, you know,
Dream come
priceless.
true, right?
Absolutely. And
You know what I
just-
like? What I like about what is the song? What is the album? 11 songs.
Yeah, 11.
I
songs.
love that. What a great decision. What a way
Focus.
to guarantee that I will be listening to your whole album. Is make it 11
Oh
songs.
yeah, you
Thank you,
deliver
thank
me
you.
18 songs.
Never
You're not
happened.
getting my attention.
Nah. Last 18
I might give you 5 or 6, but if you deliver me 11, you might get me to 8.
It's funny because that's one of the main things everybody complains about when it's too crazy long. Nick, I saw you got a lot of love on social media. You performed The Late Show
Yeah, Stephen
with
Colbert.
Colbert. Yeah, you did love. Was that with Watch the Duck?
Yeah, Watch the Duck. Yeah,
Love
Yeah, I
those
saw
guys,
you. You're
man.
getting mad love over
they're
that.
genius, man. Very soulful. You know, very down to earth guy, Jesse.
Does the one guy still wear the duck head?
I seen him like in LA one time. I seen him with it, but it was a while ago.
They didn't have the duck head on stage with you.
Nah,
on Colbert, no duck head.
They didn't.
Is it surreal? Was that a surreal moment? Like it doing, you know, a late night TV performance, network
That's
TV
big.
is it's
Man,
still a
like-
big deal.
I was just telling Jason Jeter, who was my manager, by the way. I used to write rhymes in my room that nobody could hear, only like my best friends, and you know, broke, starving, just you know, trying my best to make it, and to be on that and have that type of platform, which is like you can't pay for, is like amazing. So I definitely enjoyed it.
Do you feel any extra sense of excitement by getting to be an artist who's building right now as we enter what will be a very interesting, albeit rough time? Like I do think that the Trump era does provide
Great
opportunity.
music. Great music.
An
Absolutely.
opportunity for music. For
Reagan era was post Reagan was great.
Well, the Reagan era literally created hip hop. Basically, I mean, the foundation was set before that. But in terms of straight up Eric B and Rakim, Run
Public
DMC,
Enemy,
Public Enemy,
BDP.
that's the Reagan administration.
Right.
So this is that times 10. So
Absolutely.
do you see it like that? Is it kind of an opportunity to be a voice?
Definitely. It's so much going on in the world. How could you not have anything to say? You know what I'm saying? So it's my responsibility. You know, I'd be a fool to say I didn't do hip hop for money or to change my people's lives, but for me, it's about inspiring others and helping others that hold lift as you climb mentality, meaning once you get into a place, you can pull somebody else up and kind of create a domino effect and change, other lives, with the way you live yours. So
Now, I don't know if this is promising for your album or not, but I think Marissa Mendez has already finished the chocolate bar that you gave her. So, Marissa, how was the chocolate bar?
Stellar.
Already gone.
Gone.
All right. Just
Wait, aren't you on some sort of health kick or diet or trying
Damn.
to get your life together?
I don't know what's happening.
it's empty. There's no.
Thank you.
There you go.
On the topic of chocolate, and cool, you seem to be sort of a ladies' man.
yes.
Well,
He plays the shy card. Look at him playing the
And
shy
that too
card.
strikes me as something that the girls would like. Are you popular with the ladies, sir?
Oh man, tunnel vision. I just want to work.
That would be yes.
they love that, though.
Yeah.
That's a great line. I've
His
seen that line.
manager's going like this.
It's a great line, though.
Amir, step on up here, my brother.
Yo, what kind of love is Nick getting from the
Where's
ladies?
Nick at with the ladies out here, man?
We're focused on our album right now. Putting great music out
Well
there.
done.
There will always be, for like the mumble rap right now and the rap that is the most in.
Is
there-
mumble rap a thing? I mean, I know we've said it because there's definitely rappers I clearly don't understand. But is that...
How else do you want to describe it? Because that's the hard part. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't know what else to say. Because you can't say current rap because Nick is current rap. But it is the trendy rap of the day. I don't know what else. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Some of it is... I can't understand.
Some
Like,
of it's mumbly. It's not that it's bad. I don't mean it as a diss, though, because it is inherently a diss. I don't mean it as a diss.
But you are mumbling, and sometimes they're mumbling on purpose. Like I feel like
course.
Young Thug was purposefully trying to make it so I couldn't understand, so that I would then have to Google it. Like I was like, "Why are you making this so hard on me, bro? Like I can't just turn on
You know
the
what
song
you're like,
and
Ebro?
listen."
Ebro, you're like an old person, like my parents, when they go to a restaurant and they're trying to read the menu, and it's so damn dark in
Yeah,
there. They
man,
can't see.
yeah, I
I
can't.
gotta take out my damn phone to see the menu. That's you with hip hop right
Yes,
now. I
yes.
can't understand the
Why is
words.
it so difficult?
Stop me! I gotta turn on my hearing aid now. I can't understand. But those shows will inherently have more. Hear me out. More women at those shows. That's how hip hop's always been. Whatever the current trend of the day is, we'll have more women. However, the quality of women that you catch, you know what I'm saying? You might find
It's
yourself a
true.
nice
Great point.
dashiki wearing, right? She just graduated from,
Or not.
some
but you know,
HBCU.
Nah,
What? What's wrong with
I feel
Just
like
a
that's
woman that
stereotypical.
appreciates poetry and just content.
nah, I
that's
feel like
it.
that's
Like,
You
stereotypical.
said
wow.
poetry though. Why is that so far from dashiki?
Nah,
Because you're making it a thing. Like,
She-
What about the
Incense, she's burning
sweatshirt girls?
incense.
What about the
Yes.
sweatshirt and sneaker girls
Yes.
that wear
That's
the big
true, too.
oversized sweatshirts
Might have
and
a blunt
oversized
in the
jacket?
hoodie pocket.
Right,
No,
yeah,
that's true
but they
too.
fly too.
I love them too. We call them Carhartt girls.
There you go.
Love a Carhartt girl.
The sneaker girl, they like sneakers.
That's right.
They love hip hop, but they just don't show their body like that.
Are you into? Would you say that's a vibe that you see come
Maybe
out
their
to see
hair's
Nick
up in a
Grant?
bun.
Right. You trying to say is that a vibe? Is that a vibe that you say you see come here and there?
Yeah, absolutely,
That's the
absolutely.
vibe.
It's very diverse, very diverse groups of people that
That was
Do you like girls that wear hoodies?
I love women that wear hoodies.
facts.
Facts.
Laura, were you not a big hoodie girl in high school?
of course I was.
That's all you did.
Yeah. Most of the girls here are hoodie girls.
That's a fact. And
I noticed that. Wow.
Yeah, you know? It's like
That's
a
very
type.
interesting.
sometimes the girls that are wearing the big baggy hoodies are the ones that are hiding the most.
Talk about it.
All right,
You never
all
know.
right.
Nick, have you found this to be true? That the girls with the biggest clothes on generally have the craziest, most insane bodies under those
It
clothes.
can't happen
Man, y'all
sometimes.
crazy, man.
Right? It's facts. You come here and you get facts.
On the back of the bar you've given us, it says, money's the root of evil that destroyed the family trees.
Yes.
What is that in reference to for you? And what do you want us to get from that?
Just how people as a whole, I just want us to stop paying attention to and worshiping material things, and putting those things before your family, you know. And it's not me pointing the finger. I used to do these things. I used to want all the fly clothes and wear jewelry and all that stuff, but I had to train my mind to kind of get out of that, you know, because it got so bad that my mother started complaining like, yo, I never see you anymore. So that's where that line stemmed from, you know, just...
Did in your kind of like trajectory as an artist and just a man, did you, like, because I noticed that a lot of times people gravitate to things that are the easiest for them to be a part of,
Right.
young people, whether that's, you know, stripper culture, club culture, that their friends and their block and the people that they're closest with kind of they gravitate to. Did you have friends that was into a lifestyle that you literally had to be like, yeah, no, I don't want to be about that, and I had to find another group and another atmosphere to be a part of, or was it easier for you because your friends also think like you?
I had an advantage, man. I had two great grandparents, my mother's mother and my father's father, who raised me. So I got like two different sides. My grandmother who lived in the projects and my grandfather who stayed in a nice part of town. So it was kind of balanced for me. So yeah, it was always things that I saw people doing, and I tried it. I tried, like, I wasn't in the street like that. That wasn't my life. You know, I would rather work a job because, you know, I found out quick that life wasn't me. It's just, you know.
Why not? A lot of people don't like to admit that.
Yeah, it's just me. I just know who I am, and I'm comfortable with who I am. So
Does that mean moral, and felt bad doing dirt by people?
Moral reasons. It just, yeah, absolutely. It just didn't feel right doing certain things. So
See, I think sometimes it's okay. We have to admit that.
Absolutely.
Sometimes the reason people aren't built for it is because they have a moral code and that guilty feeling of like, I shouldn't do this.
Right.
Like, see, Ebro, you would say that might be the line that would make, like you, for example, a square. You always talk about that being
Yeah, I'm
a
a
square.
nerd.
But that line of what makes you a nerd, honestly, is that we joke about being a nerd, but really it's just called like that. I don't always make the right decision, but when it comes to like the difference between doing right and wrong, you have that, like, it might be your mom's voice, your grandparents'
Absolutely.
voice.
Or it's
like,
just
nah.
literally like the
Yeah.
realization, like, yo, wait a minute. So literally every day we might get in trouble and go to jail.
No,
This
I
is
can't
no
do
fun.
this.
This ain't fun.
I'm not built for
Wait,
this.
y'all gonna stand outside all night? Like, it's cold,
It's
B.
cold.
Like,
I'm tired.
I'm done with sleep.
It's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, but let's be clear, Dick. At the same time, you're young and you like to have fun. So
Absolutely.
you will go out, you will turn
Yeah,
up, you will do your
yeah.
thing. Because people make it, because I don't want to make it seem like Nick is anti everything.
nah, not at all.
Well,
Not
what
at
you're
all.
saying is Nick will sling the ding-a-ling and have a
Yes.
beverage. Is
Yes.
what you're saying.
As he should.
Yeah,
as
as he
he
should.
should.
He's a
I'm excited.
ding-a-ling slinger.
I doubt he's boring. Why is he?
What's your beverage? What's your beverage of choice, Nick Grant?
Embarrassing him.
Turning the cool out right now.
But do you drink?
That's the voice of a swordsman right now.
Like, you just
He
go
ain't
drink
got
the
nothing to
album
prove to
title?
none of y'all.
Crazy.
No, do you drink adult beverages or no?
Nah, I don't.
No drink.
Don't smoke
and don't
either.
smoke either.
No.
Wow, this is very rare though in this era. We are filled with an era where people.
So that
are-
means he is addicted to the poon, because you got to have some sort of vice out here, B.
Maybe
Wow.
he's a
You're not
foodie.
just sitting in your room writing bars, son. Like, fam, you chasing this vagine out here like you never seen before.
Well, the chasing-
You ain't about to tell me you don't smoke, you don't drink, you not addicted to nothing.
You think everyone has one? Vice.
Everybody got a vice, man.
So
What's your vice, bro?
Love, family, people.
Slinging ding-a-ling.
No, that's right. Because let's be honest, how do you make a family?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Thank you.
By slanging. That's how you make a
Nick
family.
Grant, let's get this
touche.
Watch the Duck record on, man.
Let's do it. Get up right now on Hot 97.
And it's called
featuring-
Get Up.
What?
Perfect.
Get what up?
Yeah, exactly.
Return of the Cool's out right now.